On the high indeed. How's the naps today? Good naps? I mean, you said you took too many naps already, so I mean, I'm impressed. Good. As long as it works, and that work is fine and on, and all of that, I guess we're good. I guess we're good. I have issues. Yeah, we know that, but I have issues, things. Again, still, I don't know. Maybe. Uh, I've been installing things on my phone, and I'm sad about it. It sounds like I'm complaining. I am complaining. Um, this, I think we talked about it last time. This person here is creating like a to-do list type of thing, reminder, habit tracking things, and I installed it because it's in beta testing, and it pisses me off. Chris, hi, welcome in. How are you? How is your stream? It saddens me mainly because when I then downloaded it, most of the god damn that's sad. Uh, the, you always have the weird things to say when you start the stream, which is impressive. Um, god damn, I am crying. That happens. Um, but yeah, the main point of these is, or the main thing that pisses me off is that I'm seeing all of the details and the animations and the effects and the things that they have put in place, and yeah, I'm sad about that. The PS4 motorcycle, the kids' book bags, interesting, and your dog. That, I mean, that's a John Wick type of thing. I mean, I, you know, yeah. I mean, I don't know how dog is the dog. That makes no sense. Um, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. Would you like move country so that we can dox the current country later? Or no, I doubt it. Probably not. Maybe yes. Third time. God damn. Well, yeah. Marmalade. Hi. Welcome in. I have also good news on top of the bad news, but I have good news. Yeah. That makes sense. Also, I'm guessing you also have like most of the paperwork and other things, school setup that would imply like a ton of paperwork and a ton of work to achieve a move. So yeah, I get it. I get it. That's sad. Yeah. I mean, that's on you for having kids. Right? Right? Um but yeah, goddamn. Third time. Yeah, that's crazy. Um Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Or invest in cameras if that is a thing. Or I mean, maybe you already have them. I don't know. I don't know. But maybe, yeah. cameras, security systems, more safe. Never heard if that's an option where you are. I don't know. But yeah, it's not good news. That is not great news either. That is news. Which is fine. Which is fine. Yeah, the dog is sad. That's just, yeah. I'm trying to build a search engine. Well, let me tell you something. It's not gonna be easy. God damn. And crypto is up, yes. Crypto is really up. I took off some cash because I'm not paid right now, so I had to take off some things, and you can see my the progress of everything goes fine, and then straight down because I took I mean it was either I do that or I'm not eating for the next months, so I would, you know, eh eh eh. It's kind of sad though. Oh, do I hate Coinbase? Coinbase has been basically changing the app and the UI of the app so often that I'm missing some behaviors when it comes to the charts and the things. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The overall curve for everything is just straight going up, but for sometimes it's going down. Let me see if I have these somewhere. I know I sent them to someone specifically, and it might be somewhere. I don't know. God damn, that's not the thing. Yeah. That's the chance. but but the good thing is that my regular charts is just this. So the, the going down here is nothing. You can't even see it. But just I had to. I had to. I had to. I had to. You know, it happens. It happens. Anyways, I'm seeing that we have some issues with the internet today, or today. We have had some issues, but yeah, crypto is up for obvious reasons, which is fine, and things happen as well. But as the title of the stream implies, this is probably the last week. I guess. I have a feeling it's probably the last week, and then after that, we should be able to get like some app kind of thing. That makes no sense. That was weird. But yeah, no, we should have probably the ability to do this and have this released and on the store. That is the plan, and we'll see if that happens. I have some doubts, but right now, this is where we stand, and I kind of like where we are. It's restarted account so that I don't have anything, and we have most of the animation that works, most of the transition that works. We have most of the things that should work. I think what I like the most right now is this page right here where we have the radicals and then the related kanjis with them. I think that this is really important and really useful for most people. But also in the kanji specifically, now we have like a bit of a non-transition. We had a bit of an issue earlier with the scroll, which meant that if you were here and then you switched to N2, for example, you were loading exactly at the same scroll position. So now what I did is just it will not re-scroll back, but basically scroll back to the top anyways. It doesn't maintain where you were on N3, N2, N1, but it's still easier overall to get that than what I had earlier. So I do like that as a concept. The content is pretty good. It still works. And now, because that happens, as far as today, I finally have what I needed to have, which is here. You can't see that, but it's there. And so now we have these, which is the business, nightlife, fashion, sports, technology, culinary things, and slangs related to the dictionaries, and that should work. That is the plan. That is the plan. But we should be good. Dang. Force of habit. But yeah, that's good. That's a start. We have the dictionaries, we have the content, which are the unlockable content. The thing that I don't like about it is the fact that these dictionaries right here are basically dictionaries of 100 words as a base, whereas the first one that we have are the dictionaries of 1,000 words. So that, as a whole, already is kind of need to be more expensive. I'm thinking about the money. On these. But yeah, at least it works. We have that. It's loading. We have the test. It works. And we also have nowadays, since yesterday, this. So this section of the profile now is splitted. Before we had, instead of hiragana right here, we had like just kanas, and now we have hiragana and katakana splitted, which means that the kanji right here now can, on tap, expand, and you can see your progress per JLPT level, which is something that has been requested yesterday, and I was thinking about it, and therefore I did it. So now we have that. It's a plus. Doesn't make a lot of difference, but I feel like the transition overall and the fact that the card is looking like the card and have just the ability to expand itself, I kind of like this concept so far. And yeah, other than that, most of the things have been resetted to the beta version, which means that most of the actions that were here for the beta testing are out. The info, like new version info or update info, has been removed, and we now only have the onboarding. I need to figure out how the onboarding works entirely, and then after that, if all goes well, which is the reason why it's supposed to be the last week, if all goes well, I should be able to have that for review. Matt, hi, welcome on it. Good. I mean, it's either early morning or early morning for you. I feel like it's 5 in the morning. Is it? 4? Maybe. I don't know. Early. 6:40. You're 4 hours past Japan? Chris, hi, welcome on. You pull up? What do you mean you pull up? You pull up? You do these? I don't think you do. Last week for the app. I think last week of beta testing. I think. I hope. I hope. It feels like most of the content that we have here is good and ready. to work and be accepted by Apple. It's just to have a bit of an issue with this section right there because most of the illustrations are the coins, and we only have coins, so I don't know. Um, but overall, this works, and we also have this, which is extremely important to me to have an access to a light mode, because some people like light mode, meaning that now the nav bar at the bottom is way more visible. I don't think you will have that as a watcher of the stream. On stream, it doesn't look as distant. I think it looks like it's white. It's not. Can I do that? Let me see. I doubt it. Hmm. No, it's not the brightness. It's not the brightness. It might be. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It can't be the brightness. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't get it. And you can't see shit. Anyways, that's that. It doesn't matter. As long as it works, and that on the phone it's more visible, it's better. So now, instead of having the thing that we had last Monday, which was basically grayer or darker, we now have a wider tab bar, which makes more sense. And yeah, that's the thing. Marmalade, don't build a crawler, use one that exists. There are plenty of people that have built crawlers and that are available on GitHub for free. So yeah, I think that's most of the things. It works well. I like the light version of the tab bar. It stands out on light mode and it feels more premium-ish compared to the dark mode. Not that the dark mode is bad, but it's just like what you can see here, which you can really see the difference in between the two, is a tad bit different than the other ones. So yeah, good job on the streak. Good job on the streak. But yeah, most of the things are good, and most of the dictionaries are in place, which is the most important thing. And for today, as you can probably tell, these things don't have any fucking image as a dictionary image compared to the first ones. Therefore, we need to do these things to work with the dictionaries, and that's the plan, or at least initial plan for today, unless something else happen, which something else can happen. But I'm not aware of that. Nonetheless, that is the plan, as I just said. The other things is on, as always, on Twitter, kind of the like spread of today has been extremely high just before I started the stream. The whole weekend, the whole Monday to now, almost nothing. And a ton of new things are coming in, as I just said. This this type of UI is coming back up, has been coming back up slowly for the past, I'd say, 2 years, and mostly on the last year. Like, a lot of people have been adding some more textured physical elements, and that is one of them. I kind of like how it is. There is another one a bit lower in the view right here, which we talked about in the past because it is really good. It has this, oh, so cool. When you use the eraser, you get some crumbs It's so good. It's so good. So that is some of the things that exist. And then going back up where we were, the holographic effects that I try to add in the app for myself, apparently, is 2 lines of code. And I didn't know. And I'm sad about it because it's working. It's good. I think it's somewhere lower on this whole thing. Yeah. That right there is it's sticker effect. And it's built in iOS as a default effect. And I didn't know. And I'm so sad. Because yeah. Yeah, if I knew. If I had the knowledge, I didn't. But if I had the knowledge, yeah. Yeah. Apple's been doing this and have had this stickers things for a while. But yeah, I didn't really know about it. Anyways, going back up. So that happens. We may have had the ability to do some of the stickers a bit easier, and I may go through that at some point to ensure that we have something that is more Apple oriented and or less heavy on the processing, because it is the thing that I did is kind of heavy-ish. So debatable, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I kept these ones because that is a very cute app icon, if I do say so myself. I don't know what that app is doing, but this is really cool. And then the other ones are okay. I like them, but also that one is really my style, so I like that a lot. I saw this thing as well, which I think we kind of talked about similar behavior on landing pages in the past, mainly the top section, which is what they are showcasing. That is pretty good in terms of transitions. I just don't know exactly how to do that in Framer, and I know exactly what I need to do. I just don't know how to do it. Just different things, right? It's just 3D transform plus position based on scroll, and every time I try to do a position based on scroll, it just take the position based on scroll for the whole page rather than the element in its container. So I never really achieved these types of things, but that would be amazing for me to have like on scroll most or all of the characters going in the phone as a starting point. So I don't know, but that's, as a reference, it's pretty good. As a reference, it is pretty good. The reason why I'm saying it's good and it's interesting for me is because we had something similar a while back. As in, can I find the file? Here. A long time ago. A long time ago, we had too many, that's for sure. But we have these for likes and subs and other things. And so this is extremely similar to what they had in the app icon. So that's why I like it. Most of the reason we had like alerts and things based on that. So yeah. What do you mean my face page? These ones? Yeah. We have plenty. If you are a follower or sub or whatever, you may have access to the other ones, including, I mean, I have so many, but including this one or this one, which is tiny. So yeah, on the emote that we have a lot of these. Yes, we do. Otherwise, on the My Face things, we have the emotes related to the channel, which contains, well, my face based on where it was made, and yeah, all that. Anyways, back here. Um, as always, keeping some app icon because I do feel like I need to update the app icon. I don't like what I have. It's okay, but it's not good. So we may change something. I love that holographic effect here, obviously, and we might go for something similar. I don't know. Nonetheless, it's the same person. Don't worry about it. It is the same person. Um, if you don't get the reference for this one, well, that's sad. But you're probably too young. That's a good reference. Stony, hi. Good morning. And Cat, this is better than the actual thing. Yes, at least for me. So, that is new-ish. We've been having a lot of new things added to the App Store Connect, and a lot of people have been sharing them, but I can't figure it out. So that's a thing that we will potentially take a look at some point. What wizardry have you done this time? The other thing that I've seen earlier today have been landing pages. Cool. Well, whiz out the way. Was out the way. It's fine. If you haven't seen this happen, I think this was mostly like 2 days ago, started 2 days ago. But yeah, some people have been quitting. Let me go back to where I called your name, Kate. God damn it. Right there. He. Server-defined components. Oh. Do you get the joke, Cat? I don't think you do. I don't think most of you do. That's the sad part. Omelin, why are you creating a search engine is the question. The reason why it's so complicated is fine, but like, yeah. You're in a parallel universe right now. I see it. Well, for those of you who don't know, John Krasinski, which is not that person at all, is, or in The Office, which is that image right there, had an episode where they swapped and basically said that they were the same person for an April Fool's type of things. So that happens, and so that's why this is funny. Anyways. Anyways. Stony, that's for you. I kept that for you. You know, not for the icons here, but the icons effects. When you have music playing, you know, that. I do like that as a concept. We've seen that multiple times, and then we kind of talked about it at some point as well, a while back now. But yeah, that's fun. Just wanted to keep it and showcase it. The other thing that I was on a second ago is the landing pages, kind of headers, sections, things, as in this would work specifically well for me in the character exploding, maybe. And this section at the bottom is pretty interesting. I like the gradients, but I don't think the design of it is that good for what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm saying. So mainly keeping this and this as a reference. And yeah, I think that's about it. We were talking about this one, which is PewDiePie kind of getting a backlash by some artist saying that that PewDiePie is hurting the artist community because they have money and time to practice, and it's not the case. But yeah, it's really interesting for me to see that some artists are just quitting drawing because someone else is better than them in a less amount of time. That's funny to me. Anywho, what else happened? I mean, it's not that he's good, it's just that he has a good process, and also he's bad, or he was bad, and he just practiced, and now he's better. Mischief, hi, welcome on in. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? It's your first message. Yeah, I don't think it's that they should try harder. I think it's just different levels of people for different understanding of things. And if you're not willing to be pumped by someone else having the ability to do the thing that you have practiced, it makes no sense to me. So, I don't know. But yeah, overall, I feel like this is most of the things have been showcased. Luke, again, with the holographic things, I really need to get my game on to just do that. Well, come on in. I feel like I've seen your name. That's the thing that is kind of interesting to me, because your handle, I feel like I've seen you. So I may have seen you on Shannon Discords or Shannon streams. Maybe. I don't know. I mean shivers. No shivers. I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing to have server made components. I just feel like it's a non-necessary thing for your app. Yeah, but the reason for server-side whatever, rendering, not rendering, creation, all that, is basically unloading the heavy lifting of the components when the components are complicated to make, and then you render them differently if it's server-side rendering, which is not your case, I know. But overall, right, the plan is to offload some definitions, and if the server is slow, or if things are not really specifically for the visual stuff, take a lot of time to fetch, you end up with ugly ass things instead of getting the content directly from the CSS, HTML, and JavaScript, even though the JavaScript is not necessary, but like that's the thing. So I don't know what you mean about defined. Let's say that, because that's true. I do not know. But yeah. You haven't before. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know why I know your name. Maybe it's just like another mischievous birds from somewhere else that I've seen. Going back to what I said in the first image of the scroll for today, these, which are the Teenage Engineering pad battery things, I forgot how they are called, sampler, maybe sampler. That person has created something that is similar into an app. I don't know if it's true or real, I doubt it, but it's still the same type of design that is coming back slowly and having like a bit more physicality in the app. So that's pretty cool. It seems that it's just the the wallpaper. But if it was like an app, it would work. Anyways, anyways, I think I am good in most of the things. Yeah, I took this one because it looks really close to what I've done on this, on the this, yes, on the this thing right here, like this conjugation things. It's kind of similar to me to have like the selector, and I like how they made it pills instead of what I have, which is very basic and simple, like just word entries. And that made me think about the way that Duolingo has some phrases or word connection things where they have, I don't know if we will have that on Mobbin. I doubt it. I doubt it. Come on, log me in. Speaker badminton shuttle. The megaphone? That? That icon right here? Yeah, I agree with the fact that it should be different icons based on the words rather than the same every time. I also think that this is a work in progress, and maybe they just had like one component and they tried to do that to have something. I feel like that's probably the case, but it's neat looking, at least for me. Let me see if I can just Duolingo things. I doubt it. I doubt it. Do we have it, please? I just want the game. Where's the game? Yeah, it's not gonna work. God damn it. Maybe. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. Can I just see the thing that I'm talking about? No, I can't. God damn it. Well, fine. I'm gonna do it myself. So on Duolingo, you have these. Basically, you have one side of the container that is going to be rounded, and the other side, like here, for example, is going to have, I'm going to double the amount. All right, cool. Double the amount and hope for the best. So this and that. Basically, Duolingo has this. You have the ability to get both or like two elements, and these two elements are going to have inverted teeth. And so what I'm thinking is maybe in here I could have potentially the elements that are going to be the conjugation endings on the right side to have that kind of pill shape and be a bit offsetted more than when they are here. And when you select it, it just plugged in on the end or the stem, the verb stem that is on the right side, left side. So just to have like a bit of a better animation transition between the two, and that could be a thing. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but it's just a thought, and I've been thinking about it for a while. So maybe something like this could work, just to have the animation to potentially just get the lock in with a bit of a jiggle, maybe a click, a sound, something for the fun of it. I don't know, but it might happen, it might not happen. I have no clue for now. It's just an idea. It will make it a bit more complex in terms of processing. Yes, 100%. The main difference, or the main thing that I would say, is that the in learning page, this is the information page, that would probably stay in minimalistic way, but then in the game page, like if you're learning and you are trying to get the right answer in a quiz, having something that has a bit more animation and transition might be heavier, but it will maybe work. I don't know. I don't know. It's just an idea. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna do it. It's just there. It's a thing. But yes, it will be more processing on the phone and more stuff to take into consideration when I'm doing some transitions afterwards. So I do agree with that. I agree. Am I good on that? Still no. God damn it. There. Cool. Doesn't matter. Anyways, I feel like if that's the case and it's not like snug and they don't work together that well, it's gonna kind of break in the long term. So I don't know. It's a debate. It's a thing to check. Also, some of the sides or some of the words that we have are way longer, and it might just break the entire concept. So debatable. Anyways, back to this scroll thing. That was a bit of an inspiration thing. And then earlier, there has been this thing where I don't know how I feel about these anymore. I don't think it's a bad redesign. I think it's the same issue I have with like the Amy, if you know the landing page of Amy. It's just not what you will see. Like, this is what you will see, yes. But then that whole 3D interface with animations and these candy type elements, it's a bit much for me to kind of have as a representation of what the tool would be. Like, this is the tool, yes, but most of the transition, most of the 3D, most of the things kind of don't make a lot of sense to me. And so when you look at the difference in between the two, I feel like for Carl.co, which is one of the tools that we kind of took a look at in the early stage when the creator came in the stream, and we kind of helped with the design of the landing page and the design of the tool at some point. Then being extremely minimalistic and not really branded, in order for the brands to be able to just send a link that isn't branded or white labeled, and then have like a thing that works for everyone. I feel like this is better than this, but I understand the points. I understand the points in both sides. So yeah. The contrast here, or the contrast here, on the original, or the design? Or you're talking about an absolutely different ones, which is also an option. The blue one. Yeah, I think they did post like a full version with just the design itself, so that you can kind of see how it is. I like it. It's just that I don't know. I don't think it's representative of what the tool will be. As in, these shadows don't exist. The effect of adding content is never gonna be like a bit of a 3D transitions. I don't think there is blue on Cal. As far as I remember, it's really black. And yeah, there is like a lot of glass morphism-ish around here. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like the content that you see here needs to be reflected in the content that you will see in the tool software itself. Therefore, this one feels better to me because, well, this is what you will have, and it has the same colors. It has the same effects. So I like that more. But I don't know. Also, side thing. This is also a presentation of the designs in bubbly frames, as in, if you look closely, the top here also has that highlighted bubbly effect, and I don't think that's part of the design itself. I think this is an addition for the presentation. I think, but I'm not sure. Like, it's not there. So I think that also helps for the contrast that you were talking about at the top. And then the meeting thing is kind of debatable. I understand what they are going for with this, but it also feels inverted to me. So I don't know. Feels like the light is coming from the bottom instead of the top. That's it. But yeah, so I kept that because it's pretty cool. And they've been doing a lot of redesign overall, and most of them are similar once you take a look at them. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, rest of the things, and then I think we're good for the Twitter feed scroll. Most of the things have been talked about. Not a lot of creations, not a lot of new things, but a lot of teeny tiny illustration elements, which is basically what I need to do. So that is gonna happen. I just need to figure it out. I just need to figure it out. Figure out what I need to create. So that's about it. As always, if you have a design question, feel free to ask before I move on to something specific. But if you don't, we have some illustration-ish to do. I think I've done most, if not all, of the things that I wanted to talk about. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Most is done. Most is done. Cool. Now, we currently have the dictionaries images that are extremely simple, right? I did the same thing on both the dark version on white text, the light version on black text, and they all have this kind of embossed, carved in text effects. But the 1000, 2000 are different, and then 3000 and up are the same images every time. It's just a stack of the three, and then we just change the title, 3, 5, test, design, all of that. I don't think this is good. I think I should have icons type of behaviors for each of these. So what I'm thinking is using the base that we have here, maybe for each of these dictionaries that we have. So we have the business, nightlife, fashion, sports, technology, culinary, and slangs that exist. I'm probably going to do the design as well as a redesign. But this right here in the background, instead of being the kan kanji, I think I want it to be the hon kanji, which is going to be the kanji for books, right? Because that makes sense. It's a book. I don't think Jisho has. Yeah, Jisho is like more longer. Longer words, so I'm not going to use that. I think hon is going to be fine. That's the kanji for books. It's going to be okay. And then this effect, I don't know if I like it. It's fine, but we might benefit from not having that this way or set up this way. Let me see. So if we have that and we have a business icon on this, I feel like that's probably going to use my icons, obviously, for reasons, because, you know, I have them. What do we have in business? Do I go with the regular tie? I don't think it's a good idea. It's not really presentation. I don't have a briefcase. That's the thing. That could have worked. And then the other one is here, which is the delivery and shopping kind of thing. I think that's going to be on fashion as well, most likely. So I could use the tie as a starting point because we have it, and then move to something different. Might be a good idea. Might be a good idea. Let me see. Oh, that's tiny. 160? Oh yeah, 420? Even more than that, I see. Yes, 30 times the size. Cool. So if that's business, then we have the need for nightlife, fashion, sports, technology, and culinary. Then we take the same behavior. Oh, we need design as well. I forgot. That is true. I just thought about that. Fashion doesn't really have the thing that we are usually associating with fashion. So, socks. I don't think I have anything for nightlife though, in terms of icons, that's for sure. That is for sure. Let's check the sports. For sports, obviously. And it's Japan, so I'm guessing the baseball ball makes way more sense. Tech. Tech is device in terms of the UI pack. The thing is that I have added in there is that tech is technology in general, but also like programming and kind of business-ish language or thing that you would have to chat about during a conversation at work in a way. So that is in there. But yeah, Culinary is going to be in food. That makes a lot of sense. That's the easiest one. And in slang, how would you recognize slangs? Is it just a word? As in the editor types? Maybe. Like using the text related things. The quotes could work. Ah! Shit. Because, you know. You're saying things. I feel like the quote could work. It's just going to be kind of complicated to recognize from far away, specifically these ones. So I may just use these ones, but that looks like a 66. So let's debate. I might need to work on this one a tad in terms of the icon itself, not that one here specifically. But yeah, socks is really not what we want to have. I think the shoes is going to make more sense with the shirts, but I feel like just shirts not the thing. And I don't think I have beauty to be just thinking about it, as in lipsticks and other things. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that. So we might just do that. It's just... yeah. Yeah. Though, the thing that I was thinking about earlier is the current state of these images are based on the blue background, which was the initial color for everything. And right now that we have also different things, as in, yeah, different color scheme available, it might be interesting to have them on the color scheme that the person has chosen, rather than forcing the blue one. Though, again, in the store, the image that would be displayed is a PNG, and I can't really change the color of the image in the store based on the user-defined colors. So I'm kind of stuck with one color. I feel like the blue is going to be the easiest on the eye for most people. So I might just go with that, but I don't know. I don't know. So we need two more. We need nightlife, which I could just use the moon, as in the weather and the moon, and say that this is the nightlife, but that feels like a, you know, really simple thing to do. And then on the other things, I think for design related stuff is going to be the design tools are going to be the easiest thing to have. God damn it. Why am I doing that every time? Come on. Also, the design tools are going to be some of the unlocked by default dictionaries. So I'm thinking about something that makes sense, or would make sense to most people. I feel like the ruler and the pen is pretty good, and the brush and the ruler is also something that makes sense for most people. When you could think about design icon, that kind of comes to mind. So, you know, Would work, could work. Let's see. Second thing, going back to this one, I really think might be better for me to get like a different behavior for this one. So let's see what we can do on that. I think having them smaller might be better. As in here, and then gonna do that. And then the vector one, I think I'm gonna do that. To have the effects. Yeah. That might work. I don't really know. I don't really know. If you don't know what I'm doing right now, I'm basically ensuring that most of the points are part of the design itself and that they are in the same shape. If I don't do that, I will end up with some issues down the line, and specifically issues with how the icons are represented and kind of understood by some systems. So I'm trying to ensure that it all works in all sizes. Most of the screens, as I say many times or said many times, are currently in 2x as a default. So that could works. That could works. I think that quotes dash 2 is gonna be sad as a name, but working. And so if we have them here, we need to add them here as bitch as well. And these is to be in here. I don't know if I have these. I don't think that's a good idea. Fair point. Fair point. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Are we good on everything? I think yes, ensuring that these don't have fills. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit of an issue, and we shall be good. Let's see how it looks. I feel like the dual quotes is going to be better for spreading it out. Right now, it's just like a 66 visually, which is not It's not bad. It's not good. Yeah, that feels better. Nonetheless, these elements are going to be in a very, very, very small section of the app, as in they are here. So they are on the side, and they will be on the side of the dictionaries, of each of the dictionaries, and that alone means that the icons themselves are going to be very, very small. So we might not even have the ability to get like such details, such small details for the quotation mark. So it might be better to use something different, but for now I don't know exactly what would be a good idea. And I'm also looking at the background text, and I feel like it's not gonna help in any ways. So what do you think? Shit. Oh shit. Hmm. I guess the reason why I'm doing this is because on the preview that we had a second ago, the images themselves have basically a big radius on the whole image. I think I put like a radius of 12 on these. So to get that in mind, I think that would make more sense to have this kind of smaller, but also now that I'm thinking about it, that intricate gradient thing that I added may not work as intended. So maybe I just need to get rid of it and have just that. That feels kind of boring and bland. Might work. Might work, might be good. I don't know. I do not know. But at least we have these sevens plus the design one as a base, and then these are specific potential. I could go for something similar. Yeah, I know, but it's just not. It doesn't need that much contrast, to be honest. I'm also thinking about the effects, like the in-app effects for after. But also, it's just an icon on the side to help the user understand what they are about to click on. So, you know, dang. That works. Uh, Nightlife in one word. Maybe sports needs to be changed. I mean, I think baseball is the right one, but that icon specifically might be a bit of an issue in the long term. So these are good. And then yes, that's why I'm going with baseball instead of anything else, just because, well, that reason. Oops. Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't. I don't like the fact that it's gonna be blue. I know, that sounds weird. But I don't like the fact that it's gonna be forced blue right now. Because if you have like your entire theme that is green, and you have these images that are always blue, and you hate blue, it doesn't work. So I don't know. I could make them black and white. That's what I'm thinking about right now. So if I do so, and I ensure that the blue gradient is basically black and white, if I do that, I can then overlay like a layer of color that will then be just applied on top of it. So that could work to stylize in the app, but then it will not be stylized outside of the app. It's kind of sad. Which is kind of sad. And then what I'm seeing right now, which is false, is the gradient needs to be inverted. Good to know. Because, you know, consistency. Top is lighter here, top needs to be lighter here. I'm thinking about what Jordan has done today, or as posted today, where, not that. I think I liked it. Where he's been working on some interesting elements, but I'm thinking about this, like this embossed version of the icon could be pretty interesting to have as well, mainly because it creates something that is a bit more interesting. And it would be also extremely subtle compared to other representation. So I might try it out. I don't think it's a good idea, but I might try it out. Which means that this is probably gonna be like a 4% or something, and then have a ton of effects. Like that. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. But, you know. It would stand out too much, I think. Like, I do like it though. I'm not saying that we have been doing this in many places right now, but we have been doing this in many places. I forgot where we've done it though. I think we've done that on mobile. Not even. What the fuck did we do that? Did you move them, Stony? That makes no sense. And I know you don't touch these things usually, but like, that's just wild. That happens. Oh, we did that on that. What did he do? What was done? Cakes? You did that? Ooh. Oh. Kidding. Yeah. Huh, interesting. Based on the reaction, I'm guessing it's pretty good. You know. Yeah, it doesn't work. I yeah. I think it's too subtle to be working. Um, and I don't think having the text titles like I did for the other ones, like these ones, is a good idea. I think it works for the 1000, 2000 to 6000, that makes sense. But for the other ones that are going to be specific dictionaries, I feel like it's going to be better to have like a bit of an illustration type rather than what we currently have, which is nothing. So I kind of like it. I kind of do. I don't know. It's really stone-like. Like these are very much marbles rather than anything else. So that's a thing. And if I'm using these instead, it would make more sense for me to use the solid version rather than the duotone versions, because otherwise I'm ending up with these overlapping transparencies, which is not what I want to see at all. So might just do that. Oh, might just do that. Which I won't be able to do if I do that. Cool. So moon. Why, and why? I am gonna have to do that, probably. Yeah. That's gonna take a while. Did you take a picture of it, Stoney, already? God damn it, that's not the thing that I'm looking for. Are these the sharp one? Yeah, they are the sharp one. God damn it. That's one of the things where, Stoney, you could laugh and tell me thing. But yeah. Like right now, it would be better if I had the style in the name, other than having to zoom in to check if it's the right style or not. I know everyone is only listening today. I can tell. I don't know how I feel about it. That's the thing. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I don't like it. I feel like it's too subtle. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Also, when sleeping, good. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Getting some rest. I hope. Eh. You know, if it works, it works. I mean, if it works for you, that's what I mean by if it works. Sharper, more details might be a tad bit of a better option right there. Still, I'm still doing it, but I don't feel like it's gonna be worth it, to be honest. What do you want to add to this? Like, what do you want to change on it? That's more or less my question. Yeah, I said 16 is good. I don't. I guess the wine glass, maybe. The martini makes more sense than the wine glass, to be honest. But it, in both cases, it is better than the moon. The moon for nightlife is just lazy. So I guess the cocktail is going to be much better. And I'm going to just change that here as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool though. The server just tells what components should be rendered on the page. What props children has. I don't understand what you mean. So, I'm gonna try that out. Because it makes no sense. You sure I can? No, VS Code is the name of the URL. But still, Vim is bad. Yeah. I guess I can't. I'm gonna wait a bit. Or I'm gonna classical do that. Yeah. What do you mean I don't exist? I don't exist because you cleared the database. I see. I see. Isn't it the same? I'm gonna just add a dash dark at the end of this so that we have something as a differentiator, and I can export that. They are big. These are big, big. Also, I don't like to have like that much images, to be honest, in my dictionaries and things. It's just it feels heavy, and also the app is already extremely heavy as far as I can tell. The how do you call that? The package size is 90 megs. Which is crazy. I forgot if that works. I don't think it does. Shit. And why is it shit? Like, why? What's the reason? Ah, shit. Them socks. Like, I tried to put in place SQLite on this app at some point, and I couldn't for many reasons. The main one being skill issues. Yes, that is the main reason. But you know, I feel like it looks okay. There, I mean, if it works, that's what matters, right? Take your time. I'm not doing images at all. doing that. Also, I think that is going to be bad based on everything. So, yeah. Everything being I probably have not named things properly, and therefore it's probably gonna break. It's probably gonna break. We'll see. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. No. Maybe it's okay. Xcode is just slow. Oh, for those of you who care, because I know that some of you care about my health more than myself. um, the injection have been happening. I have a meeting or an appointment with my neuroscientist on Friday. So things should be good. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. And also, most of them are currently absolutely locked, so it doesn't help. But yeah. I see. I see. Shouldn't I just start watching something in order for that to work? Because I haven't watched anything, therefore I don't have anything logged. That's probably the case, right? Would be better if I just had a start, something, and then that is then logged as, oh, you have started to watch something, therefore you are probably gonna go back and have that. Probably. Therefore now if I go back to the homepage, I should technically have that. Should. This one? Yeah. What I'm seeing is the continue watching being kind of empty. Empty. Not that it matters. Yeah. I might do that. This is bad. This is not what I'm supposed to do, but it's gonna work. So, you know. They're all gonna be at the top. I really did not save that and send that. Huh. It's not. Cool. Well, good. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah, no, that's why. Why am I like this? Why do I know exactly why things don't work? because of that. Yeah. That should be good. That should be good. Yeah. See, that what happened. So I forgot. I forgot I had the badge at the bottom. So this is not a good thing. This is not a good thing. It works, but it doesn't do what I want it to do, or at least not as well as it should. Can you release yourself, please? Ah. Get the fuck out. Ah, shit. That's bad. That is bad. It is bad. Let me see. Well, right now it doesn't seem to work. So I'm gonna do the same thing and start something. So it's in the middle. So I don't understand what you're talking about. Because you said the big card should have changed. That looks like Amsterdam or Paris. Not that I've been in either of these cities. I don't know what I'm supposed to look at. That's the thing. What I'm seeing is that the continue watching is empty. That's all I'm seeing. Wasn't that already the case? That here it changed? Like I mean, I feel like what we had here already changed based on the content. Okay. Well, if you like it, I'm not gonna say anything. It's interesting, to be honest, that the backdrop is persisting or persistent unless you click on the back button. I feel like this is an interesting thing in terms of technical how it's made. As in, if I go back to the home page by the button, the backdrop is going to stay. But if I'm going into the exact same thing and I'm going back with the back button, the backdrop is reversed. And it's the exact same thing if I'm here and I'm going there to the libraries, then the backdrop is going to stay. And then I can move to the home page, and the backdrop is going to stay and all that. But if I am here and I go back with the back button, I'm good. It's interesting. I don't know how and why, but the fact that I can pick it up as a mistake means that there is something that happens when you're doing the back button that you don't do when you click to change page from the home section. Okay, check that as well there. Like if I'm here, if I move to movies, yeah, it still stays. So it's just there is something on that back button that clear the backdrop, which is really impressive as a thinking. Not saying that it's good, just as a thinking thing. It is interesting. So I need to open something and close it back with the back button. And now it's broken. I really am good with breaking things. That's what we do. That is what we do. Why is this broken? Anyways. You may not be able to read everything that is right under myself right now with the dictionary names, but if you were someone, which is probably not the case, but if you were someone that is interested in specific learning in terms of content, do you think that learning about business, culinary experiences in food, cooking, all of that, design is mostly for me, fashion, nightlife, slangs, sports, and technology are the good basics that most people may have something that they are interested in, or is there anything else that I'm missing as a main topic that you think would be a really good addition on my side to have as a language learning thing? Backdrop is state, meaning if you don't clear that state, it stays. Simple conversation is basically everything that is in the 1000 section. So 1000, 2000, like your first 6000 words are the basic words that appears the most often in the Japanese language. So most of that is going to be the simple conversations, but because the app is targeted towards mid to advanced level of Japanese learners that are looking for very specific things, I'm really looking at these categories right there as a good base, and I'm unsure. I feel like it's okay, but I don't know if it's true. See Films, hi, welcome in. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Thanks so much for chatting. I appreciate it. I'm pretty good. I'm a bit tired, a bit cold because I turned off the heat for no reason, and I shouldn't have. Yes, I will ask the testers. It's just as of now, I don't really have a way to like ask everyone, which is sad because I wish I could. I wish I could. Yeah, no, on Threads, but it's not gonna be as good as I want it to be. Like the only thing that I have right now is these. I have two crashes, god damn it. And huh, interesting. It seems to be the same person. That's good. You found my stream today and you already follow me. Suspicious. I was right. Oh yeah, that makes sense. The person that has the crashes is on, guess what? iOS 17. Yeah, I might do that. I might do that. The game keep freezing. The feedback was around 1 second longer. Picked after 1 second. I clicked. At the end, the game crashed. Cool, that's good to know. Project is coming along pretty well so far. We got most of the content of the app working with the base characters for the beginners, which I'm not really polishing much because it's not the main point of the app. And now, as of today, I have added a ton of dictionaries that would be beneficial for most people. But yeah, that whole project is pretty good so far. We have like a ton of content in it, which I like. And I think about ready to submit it to the App Store review, which is why the title of the stream today is like, this is the last week. I hope. Maybe. I think it's the last week of dev to get like everything from here polished and good. But yeah, the project is pretty good. Project is pretty good. One of them, both of them are on the iPhone XR. That is crazy. Both crashes on the XR. Okay, good to know. Good to know. These feedbacks are really helpful, to be honest, because dang, these are not things that I will see. But we have 1,041 testers. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. For something that I have started like 2 months ago ish. That doesn't happen unless it's my feedback, when I'm sending a feedback to myself to have like a trace that something happened. I usually just said app crashed. I don't know if I have it. Yeah. Okay, dude. Okay. But yeah, that's like these things. Like app crash is really not good. I mean, this is not me. This one is not me. 17.5 is not me. These are mine. But yeah. But it's good for me to have like this feedback that someone has been trying to do the N5 level quiz for the 15th time, and then the app crashed, so I need to test it out and see if that's an issue on the amount of cards. Like if we are, god damn it, we're here, and I'm going in N5 and I'm starting the quiz. And right now I'm in the 10 quiz. So the thing, I mean, I doubt that it's gonna work or break the same way because, you know, I'm on the right version of iOS. So that that makes sense. But that could have been the other one. That could have been the other one. I'm not making mistakes, which is pretty impressive for myself so far, to be honest. I'm not gonna do 15th, that's for sure, but at least it works. I mean, if, or not if, but like these works, which is pretty good. I don't. That's the sad thing with, I feel, for me, iOS development is so simplified. That makes no sense. Kinda, hi, we're calling. Like iOS dev is gonna be limited to a certain amount of OS versions and system versions, which makes the dev like simpler. But with the capacity of some of the phones, and I am on the Pro version, I'm sure that there are things that would be slower on like the XR, for example. So I feel like it would be better for me to get like an XR. You know. Yeah, basically. All that. Good job on lending. That happens. 36, 37 is pretty impressive, to be honest. Like I would probably need like an XR and a 13 mini to add to the amount of thing that I currently have in order to be able to test things. As in, I mean, the XR at 165 is pretty good. And the 13 mini at 390 is pretty nice as well, to be honest. No, I need to have it because you will only be able to test the thing that I'm sharing with the people that test things, not everything. But I would probably need like one of these, and I've seen people test the iPhone X or test the app with the iPhone X, which is kind of crazy for me. And it's all content free accidentally. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Yeah. That is, you know, that's one of the reason why I built mine. I forgot that the name was Kanji Tree. Yes, because Kanji Tree was good because it is based on the radicals. And so one of the reasons why I built, bitch, why I built this was to have the radical as a base structure that you could have the understanding of how the kanjis are built. And then when you are looking at the kanjis, you have the radicals that are used. Right now, some of them are not showing, but it should show most of the radicals. And that was the point in the beginning of the creation of the app. Was I was looking for an app that helped me to learn the the radical, because I thought it was the foundation of every kanji, which is the case. So that if I learn like the 220 kanjis, um, is like what's good, or like if I have that in mind and then I open whatever, let's use something that is a bit more complex. This one, for example, at the top, you can see that you have uh, the hat, you have the way, and then you have something that looks like the eye, but it also has the teeny tiny line in between the two. So that means that we have basically white and a hat and a way. So that is probably something related to going somewhere and or a route. And it is the case. That makes sense in terms of learning radicals. No, I will not have the handwriting, as in, I will not have the practice of the handwriting on the phone, because I feel like it's dumb. Writing on your phone, you write on a canvas that is so much bigger than where you would have to write like the characters itself. If you're looking for the writing and the orders of things, I would highly recommend you to go with Tomo Kanji, which is from Sekkei, another designer that is also doing like a Japanese learning app. And he has this thing at the top with the order of characters, which I feel like is really good. And the way that he made it is really good. Specifically, that transition at the end to turn the written stroke order to the last kanji. So that is good. This is Tomo kanji, and it's pretty good, but it's also extremely limited and simple. And it feels less good. Bit of shade on Sekkei because I can. But yeah, no, he does have the writing system, which I feel is much more interesting to have. And see, if I have something, it would be something like this. I would have like the stroke order the same way, but I wouldn't have like you write something, as in, what is that? Here. I wouldn't have these. I can't really do much with these ones, but like that is not a thing that I would have, mainly because it just makes no sense. That was wrong. But it's just the size of it. The size of the character makes no sense. I need to know where or how I would have to like write the characters, meaning that for the real size of the character is gonna be this, maybe, which is tiny. Um, you know, so if that's what you're talking about. I don't think so. Yes, but no, but yes. Um, I don't think The order of stroke is that necessary once you understand the basic of how kanjis are built, which is you have your kanji square and you go from the top left to the bottom right every time. And it's just like the furthest left, the farthest up first point is going to be your first line. And then it's just the other thing that you need to know is that if you have a bend in a stroke that is coming from flat top and going down, it's going to be one stroke, and it's never going to be the other thing. So it's always the same thing. The left and the right kanjis are, you have a bit of a hint when you look at them. Let me see if I have them. I mean, I do have them, but I forgot where they are. This one being right, and where's left? God damn it. I can't see shit from here. I could just search, right? Search would be really useful right now. This one has the line that is going further up to further down. So, yeah. There is a bit of a visual difference. I wish I could just do that. Ah! Basically, you can see that, as in this line is going from further up to further down, and then it does that. So you do this, and then that, and then and then this one is going not that down, so it's longer at the top, technically, in the writing, longer at the top, and it does that. It's almost the same. But yeah, also, why? I don't know. And for this one specifically, it doesn't really matter. So that's the first take. And the second take, which is the most important one, the amount of time you will have to write a kanji by hand is, if you're writing a book in Japanese by hand, not happening. If you are opening a bank account in Japan, and if you need to send like an official letter type of thing, it might requires you to have it in a handwritten manner, but it's not necessary. And nowadays, phones and computers will write the kanjis with the right order of strokes because it's just a character. And yeah. So that's why I'm saying I don't think the stroke order is necessary. I do understand that it's helpful, but it's not necessary. The other thing that I could potentially recommend you to check is going to be the Nihongo Challenge, if you are interested in learning, as always. Bitch. Sorry. There. These books, specifically the kanji one, the N5, N4 kanji, give you... can you zoom in? Give you this. They give you the stroke order. They don't really give you the direction, but it's the same thing. And the entire books give you all of the kanjis that you need to learn. It's pretty good. it is legally available for free as a PDF on the internet. I said nothing. It's pretty easily accessible. So if you are someone that doesn't really care about the paper of it, you can 100% just get access to this and be good with it. But yeah, they are pretty good to kind of understand. They also have the mnemonics and the understanding of where the kanji is coming from and how it had been built in the first place, and then how it kind of evolved through time. So that is a very, very good way of learning. It has these sections at the end of any lessons. You have like a bit of a recap, and you need to write your kanjis in a box that makes sense when it comes to the size of the box. Like that's a reasonable box for writing. Whereas when you write a kanji on Duolingo or on Robo Canada, I was on a second ago, it's the whole screen, and you will rarely have that unless you're doing the this thing. If I could type, that would be good, but that's never the case. Unless you're doing like murals and Kanban and things with the kanjis, you need like your 4 hands, but other than that, never do. You never do. So yeah, I need to pee. 1 second. I don't take a shit that fast. I don't. But yeah, that's that. I understand that the stroke order is important, and for some people it's necessary. It just doesn't really make sense for me to have it on an app that is mostly based on vocabulary, because I would need to let the user basically write the entire thing. So in the quiz, because it would probably happen in the quiz, let's say you are doing a quiz on the design words, you would have to write all of these kanjis properly. And I would have to have basically an image recognition system that says these are the kanji that I'm expecting to have, and they are supposed to be written, each of them written with that specific order. And if the strokes are not in the right orders for that word specifically, it's gonna be complicated for me to validate or invalidate. So again, because the app is mostly made for vocabulary and learning the vocabulary, it makes less sense to have like the writings. Maybe just having it as a stroke order showcase, like Seike has done. I feel like, again, like it's a pretty good way of visualization. But other than that, I don't think it's necessary. Also, I maybe I'm biased. I probably am, but I feel like his app is tiny. I feel like the example sentences, everything is kind of tiny. It looks the same, but the furigana is way smaller. I don't know. I need to figure that out. Looks different. Anyways, details. Details. Going back to where we left, why did I not change to the right screen? I don't know. As I was saying, I think I need to buy like an iPhone X or the lowest model that would support iOS 18. Maybe. So that I have like the last phone that supports iOS 18 somewhere. But yeah, that is to be checked. Though the prices are pretty good. Like just getting an XR or a 12 mini for $250, I feel like it's pretty nice. I don't know if Apple directly has some. Not really. Interesting. But also $629. Again, I would rather have that from Japan, because god
Manbreveg just resubscribed for 8 months. Hey.
Well, come on in. How are you? How is... Golly. How's everything? Thanks a lot for the resub for 8 months in a row. That is impressive. Welcome back. We're not looking at iPhones. That is not what I'm doing. Yeah, this is the same price. Though this is a 13 Pro Max for $600. Oh, interesting. What did you go for? Like, did you go newest AMD? That's pretty good. Have you heard? Have you heard about Nvidia potentially dropping a CPU? Again? We don't know. But yeah, there might be a drop of a CPU from Nvidia, which we think, and it's rumored, I don't know, we think it's probably going to be something similar to the M1 chips on Apple Silicon's things. Therefore, there will be like some sort of a basically onboard graphics with the capacity of a good CPU as well. So if that happens, it could be really impressive. do. Dang. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You paying for the design. That's it. uh, that. She cute. God damn. What I want, personally speaking, is a mini ATX that can take 2 PCIes with no issues. Because right now that's not the case. Usually when you have like a mini ATX with the Thorn case, like the tiny ones, you can only have a GPU in there, and I need like a capture card built in the computer. But if I had, my whole setup would be so much cleaner. Not that I want that, but you know, would be so much better. So much better. Yeah, I know. I used to have not the Asus one. I used to have the some of the last EVGA's cards, because you know that happens. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if it's good or not. Like, it doesn't change much when it comes to the content, and mostly also I don't need that. Yes, I'm thinking about a 4090 or 4080 when the 50 drops, because I know that there will be people that goes for the 50 and then they resell their old ones. That makes sense. But also, I'm not looking to stay in France forever, so I need to be able to move out. And yeah, I had the I had these ones before. I mean, I am on the Mac and on the PC at the same time, right now. PC is doing its thing on this side. You can't see it, but it's there. It's doing its thing. So, yeah, I have both. I see. Well, I made a mistake by selling this one, $200. Because I thought I would live France fast, and I didn't. and now I'm seeing these prices. Well, I could have sold that card specifically, mainly because it's the kind of last EVGA gigabyte things for the other ones, and yeah, you know, they, yeah. But it's a cool board that you have. That's the thing. I'm on the other side of things when it comes to mobile. I kind of like the bitch. the parts. God! Get the fuck out. These. I like these. Just because they are simple and they work. And they're stable and they are cheaper than most others options. And either I go with the white one. I mean, right now it's the white one that I have in the white case. So it makes sense. But if I changed something, I would probably go for the either black version or gray version. Not that it matters. It's just not really. It's used as a heatsink, most of them. So it's pretty good for the SSDs. Like there is thermal pads underneath. It doesn't matter at this point. And it has like a decent amount of I/O. Like it's not the best, but it's pretty good. I do like the fact that it has like built-in Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and all that, because the one that I have had before didn't. So you know, dang. But right now I'm really looking at pre-builds because they are way faster to get on. But this is cute. How much is it? God. There's no price. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna buy one. Good job on buying that and installing that. That's what I will say. That is what I will say. Nonetheless, that does not work. That is not what we need to have. And if you look at this, I can tell that it's going as up as here. So here we have a block that is doing basically that. Right? Yeah. Roughly. It's going from here to roughly there. I drawn it as black. I probably have made that 80 instead of 60, and so now that I know that this is the thing, god damn. Right? I can't just have the icon above it. That makes no sense. And If you select something and you copy it, and then you select multiple elements at the same time and you paste it, it's gonna paste on each of the frames automatically. So that's how. Instead of doing like one, then you paste it, and then two, and you paste it, all that, you can select everything at once and just say, oh, I need the thing here. Done. Useful. Useful. Why am I thinking about this? Ah, god dang. Let's see. Let's see if I can find them. I want to find the Airbnb design team. I don't know if I would be able to find the team. Like the direct team that is touching Airbnb. I have a lot of doubts with that. That sounds kinky as well. I don't want that. I want to look for... Bitch. Yeah, today is, yeah, 100%. There is a ton of them that we haven't counted. That's good. Flame design is shit. We appreciate it. Didn't the person left? I thought I saw that go past. Good. I am thinking about... Oh, not that. I am thinking about the host preview thing that we kind of have had for the past few years now, this thing. What if the dictionaries that you have access to are open and the dictionaries that you don't have access to are closed? But that way, I can have like a book-ish type of thing. Makes no sense. It stands out a lot. And also there is no hover, obviously. But that could work. It's basically an ebook category. So we go back to this thing that we had with Chris some time ago. So that's sad. It also would stand out too much. Like I'm thinking about so many options to make the design of this a bit better. Maybe like a condensed option. These ones are for the out of 4. The thing is, the thousands right here are out of 40 and they're almost like taking the whole thing compared to this one. So it is bigger. But that's the thing. That's the base. And going with that, what can I do? What can I do to make sure that the initial elements make sense and is understandable? I mean, what I had is pretty good because we had the title at the top, but then if I change that, well, of what? Like, it wouldn't be good. I think. Like, if you think about it, it's not gonna work. As in, this would be the only images in the whole app. Out of nowhere, you just have these images. And then how do you showcase slangs? Like, it feels weird based on the design of the app. Like, nothing really, and then we don't really use the image itself anywhere else. So yeah, we may need to, though. We may need to have like a header that is more of a customized header with like the picture of the thing and then a description of the dictionary in there. I don't know. It's just this right now we're using the native header, which makes more sense for navigation. Damn. So having pictures, photographs, it's not really an option. Having text, I don't like it. I'm gonna try it. Gonna reuse these. The main reason why I don't know is dang. And then we end up doing the exact same thing that I did for design already, just having the text way smaller, and that makes no sense. I mean, it makes no sense to me to have the text change that much based on the content. So it would work in terms of understanding what it is, but I feel like it's not good enough. And yeah, maybe it's just the placement of my badge that need to change, right? Instead of having it here, I could have it next to the title. That's an option. But if I could avoid moving things around, that would be pretty appreciated, to be honest. I don't even know where it's coming from, though. That's the thing. It's there. I mean, that's the text, but I need the... Dang. Oh. I put it into an overlay with the same overlay that I use for the icons. I forgot about that. I haven't touched these cards in a month. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, yeah, I have the title. In technicality, I have the title. I can have the title. I don't feel like I have enough knowledge to be able to call myself that, but I can. I would rather not, but I can. Um, yeah. Again, the computational way of doing it makes more sense than doing it in images. The thing is, images makes more sense. No. It's the same issue on both sides. Doesn't matter. I don't really have the dev skills. So, yeah. Speaking about the dev skills, we need to take a look at this at some point. On look like a promising app, so we're gonna have a look at that at some point. Not today, but yes, it looks like a very promising app for designer dev type of thing. happens if I do? Dang. Interesting. That's an interesting thumb. It won't work. It won't work. I don't mind it. I don't like it. Huh. Can I do that? If you can type, maybe. Yeah, no, that's shit. Yeah. Would be too small. Hmm. I think it would be better if I had the ability to do if I had this, which is not really what I would love to have, but Hmm. If I could do something like that, maybe to hold the chapters slash how much you have done in that dictionary already. That would be less of a distraction overall. But shit. I really don't understand how these things work. To be honest, Figma and Mask just is shit. Always has been, always will be. But yeah, that's an interesting shape, interesting container. I don't like it because it's better than having the overlap, and we could have similar things, as in these are just so slow. Like that could happen, and shit. I can't really define it. That's the thing. If I do that, it's gonna break. You know, folders, floppy disk. I mean, you don't know floppy disk. But that could be a thing, to have the container a bit more differently made, It's just that the mask behavior, I'm not sure. Yeah. It just looks like a teeth. Teeth. So it's not good. This is bad. Good to know. This would work. But you wouldn't understand why. As a user, like you wouldn't know. You wouldn't get it. Why is the fucking icon so tiny, so at the top? I think if it's a book, it works. That's the thing. I think if the main content is that, as a book-ish, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Again, it works, but right now the biggest one we have is going to be 40 out of 40, which is taking the exact same width as the square to have the padding and all the thing. So that is the state. So like 40 out of 40 for this would probably be here, which is kind of bad. Would work though. Maybe. Nah. No, coding-wise is not that hard. Yeah, I know. It's just a 3D transform, so that's like nothing. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That's small. Could test them out. Nothing against testing them out, that is for sure. So I have actually design, and the first one is business. So I'm just gonna do these two. It's gonna look tiny. That's the thing. Eee! It is tiny. Much tinier. It's not even 48. It's not even tappable. That's the thing. Can you load Xcode? That would be appreciated if you could load something. Thank you. It does work. It is tiny though. And then here, when you have the lock on top, you don't really understand why the thing is like weirdly placed. So I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. It's gonna be too tiny, too small. Light one is better though. But oh, that's why it's breaking every time. I see. Because it needs to index the images in the content, because that's the JSON files that are linked to each image. Ugh, goddamn. Why? I don't know. Come on. Thank you. So there is that. In the current state of things, if I have no image, I have like an icon in the background. The icon is in solid mode and it's big. Oh, it's tiny. It could be bigger. That's what I'm thinking. So technically, that works. It doesn't bother me as much. And also it's because it's tiny. But I feel like these works as well. Like, I mean, works as well, works better because you have like the more recognizable thing. Oh. The concept is working. That's the thing. So. Me. At least I changed the icon. That's pretty good. Ah. Bitch. I don't think. Mm. Yeah, I think this is going to be very bad. Very bad. I am 100%. I guess. The thing is for me right now is that I'm trying to think ahead, and like right now I'm only having these as content. That's it. Oh. So I can like just get that with text and be good. The thing is, in the future, there is a high probability that we would have more dictionary with more specific titles, and that would not work. I haven't looked at Dribble now. I feel like Dribble wouldn't have like that type of thing. That looks like shit though. Like these? No. Like these? Why not? But this worked because it's a book, not a Yeah, you see? That right there. Huh, Ah, the thing is, I don't want to change the line height for that list. I don't think it's gonna help. That's crazy. If I change that. Mainly because we have this currently, and that is pretty useful to have access to your chunks really quickly. And if I don't have this and I don't see like my progress per chunks, then it's going to be a bit more complex. So knowing that I could have like 40 of them unlocked, that's a lot. Right now it's not the case. I kind of limited that, but it's basically showcasing the one that you have unlocked plus 4. And yeah, if you have like 40 unlocked, you have all of them unlocked. But yeah. I don't know. There is a need for something that makes sense and that like works across different topics. The easiest way is to have like just different covers, like fully different covers, different colors per topics, and using like a book cover behavior. But yeah. That's a different link. Yeah. But this is not feasible. Again, based on the like this works because it is Josh. Hi, welcome in. Because it works with good. Why is it secret? What is that secret thing? You got a new job, congrats. What is the new job? I see. Nope. That's the one, right? Interesting. Well, I hope they pay you well because bets is a lot of money. Nope. It has a ton of things that needs to stay there, as I just said. Like these expanding needs to exist. That you can quickly access the chunk that you need to access. Let's say you wanted to practice chunk number 2, even though you are on chunk number 4 already. You need to be able to access these. So these expansions needs to exist. The image is not necessary. That's the thing. Like the content of the card may not need anything to be displayed. That's the sad-ish thing. If I had this. It's not a read. It's not a book. And this looks like shit. It's a path to progression. So basically, when I'm going to, let's say, Duolingo is going to be the easiest one as an example. I have my progress per chunk. That is the exact same thing. So on here, if I have chunks opened, it's basically this is the lesson, the equivalent at least from Duolingo, where the top section is going to be my dictionary, and then anything in there is the amount of chunks that I have. So right now I had just 4, which means that it would end up around here, whatever. That is the behavior that I currently have, and it's the same. So it's not continue reading, it's the progress that is basically that circle thing. And then in the entire thing, it's basically section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, which is as if I had like all of these. Kind of. So that's the thing. Current thing. The easiest ways to move the badge. That is the easiest thing to do. Okay, take that and put it here. That's it. Or I put it underneath the advanced. Or I don't make it a badge and I make it like a text thing. That is the easiest way to do it. It would work. It fixes all the problems because I can use the icons instead. But it feels like cheating. You know. The 1 out of 4, 1 out of 40, yes, is some sort of a progress. God, I mean, I lost these. Nope. It's not a progress, it's the unlocked availability, which is different. These already have progress in them. E. If I'm here, that chunk has progress in it. So that one is loading up. Then the entire frame loads up as well, as much as I have content in. So technically I should have done this here, would have been much better. But I used to have a button to say mark as read or mark as completed on everything. God damn it, that's a lot of clicks. And since you need to see each of the entries at least 6 times to make them count as seen or mastered, yeah, that happens. So basically, once you have a specific amount of chunks in your dictionary that you have mastered, the background change in terms of colors, and then if you master everything, it just shines like the rest of the cards in the app. So, all of that. Ah. Right? You end up with these things, basically. But I can't. I can't. So the progress is a progress, but it's also not a progress. Yeah, I don't think so. What I don't like about it is the dark option, and just having this as an option to do the thing that I was talking about earlier, which is you have this, and this is in an overlay or darken whatever option to basically just have it. So it's automated based on the user theme. But yeah, I don't know. This one is annoying me mainly because of the badge. Not even mainly, just because of the badge. So Eh. Then if I'm seeing this, which is what happens, I'm seeing this and I'm like, this would be easier to do in code rather than doing it in images. And it would be lighter in total because you just have one SVG instead of two. Yep. I don't know. Not good enough. Not good enough. That's the thing. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Have a good rest of your night. Take care of yourself. Yeah, that happened. Fair point. Fair point. really isn't a good idea, to be honest. That is just no good. I think the overall behavior is weird, as in this should be horizontal 6, but then vertical. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have added so much things that makes no sense, to be honest. That's sad. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be enough. Enough thinking for today. Not that I have found any output options. Anyways, but you know, that happens. I'm sending you to Kate. That happens. That's easier to do. Have a good night, I guess. That's gonna be fine, as always. But for some reason, it's gonna be on YouTube. Ask question on Discord if I'm not live, and I shall be back on. That's the right button. I shall be back on Friday if all goes well. If all goes well, I should have the app ready and published. Not published, but like submitted to Apple. So we'll see. We will see. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, take care of yourself, as always. Eat something, drink something, be kind to each other. You know the drill. And yeah, I will see you soon. All day. Bye.